Mercy. Don't say mercy. Leave me alone. No. I'm not going mercy. I need to speak to you. There's something that people need to understand. Joseph, it wasn't only his charisma, it wasn't his gift, it wasn't his dreams, but it was his character. He was trustworthy and he was loyal. It was his trustworthiness. The jailer can trust him. The jailer can trust him. Potiphar can trust him. And Pharaoh can trust him. Trust and loyalty, they go together. I trust you because you are loyal. I trust you because you are loyal. Number one, you are loyal to God. Number two, you are loyal to the church. Number three, you are loyal to the head pastor. At this material moment, this tall man called Reverend Benizamakwe, loyal to him. Amen. And then you are loyal to one another. You are loyal to one another. There's a sermon I'm bringing. It's called Loyalty Equals Foolishness. It's a topic that is coming. It's also a topic under loyalty. Because the bane of the charismatic renewal movement is loyalty. Loyalty. So disloyal to God, so disloyal to the church, so disloyal to leadership, and so disloyal to one another. You will see friends. A friend betray another friend. And there are things that we do to one another that makes us very, very, very questionable people. We can't trust. You can't trust our charismatic mouth. You can't trust our charismatic hearts. You can't trust our charismatic actions. When somebody is even smiling with you, you don't even know what is running in the person's head. Because 5 minutes ago, before the person smiled with you, 5 minutes ago, you heard what the person said. Hello? Loyalty. Loyalty. Today I want to treat the topic, partnerships of disloyalty. Partnerships of disloyalty. If God is going to do something concerning man, he looks for man. He looks for partners. If man wants to do something, the Bible says, even if 2 or 3 shall agree concerning a matter, it shall be established. And if men decide that we're going to build living streams, or we're going to build church, or we're going to build this thing, nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. Unless God comes down to stop us. Nothing can stop us. No principality, no power. And one of the ways in which the enemy does it, that to stop us, is the same plan God used. Divide their tongue. Leader is saying something. Major General too is saying something. Chief officer is also saying something. Protocol director is saying something. IT director is also saying something. When the leader says, put this picture of mine there, IT director will say, put that picture of this there. Tell somebody, today be today. Lock the doors. Loyalty. Loyalty is so missing. Sometimes I can, brother disloyal to brother, sister disloyal to sister, child disloyal to parents, parents disloyal to children. Disloyalty. And one of the things that is even scary, the most scary things, people don't know this. It is at the altar of religion, it's at the altar of worship that the first murder was committed. The first murder was committed at the altar of worship. Cain and Abel. Jealousy, envy, and hatred. Jealousy, envy, hatred, bitterness, offense. Partnerships of loyalty, of disloyalty. right. But there is no man deputed of the king to hear thee. Absalom said, moreover, all that I will make judge in the land, that every man which hath any suit or cause might come unto me, and I will do him justice. And it was so that when any man came nigh to him to do him obeisance, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him. And on this manner did Absalom to all Israel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel. And it came to pass after 40 years. So guess what? Absalom didn't start this thing 1 year. 40 years of undermining the king, undermining leadership. 40 years of telling everybody the king is not a good man. 40 years. He doesn't get tired. Let me tell you something. Disloyalty is not a personality. Disloyalty is a spirit. Disloyalty is not a personality. Disloyalty is a spirit. If disloyalty was a personality, when the personality dies, disloyalty is dead. But because it is a spirit, it lives on. It lives on. So guess what? The first act of disloyalty occurred in hell, in heaven. And he was cast into earth. That's what I'm also going to advise God. That next time, don't cast him down. Just kill him. Then we shall all be free. If he kills the devil, we'll all be free, isn't it? Yes. Look at him. Hey, do it. You go. God, do that. And they threw him. And then the Bible says, woe are the inhabitants of the earth. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. So the devil landed. It's a spirit. He landed. And ever since that time, that spirit of disloyalty runs through. Runs through. And there are things that any system or any organization or any job, any ministry or any church, when you see those things, it cannot stand so far as there are acts of disloyalty. Churches won't grow. People will not be blessed. Ministries will fail. Government will fail if there's disloyalty. Once there are acts of disloyalty, you have no idea. Sometimes unbelievers are more loyal than Christians. Let's go to the Catholic Church. The kind of scandals that are in the Catholic Church will make you run away. Hey, Roman Catholic nun, she's a virgin, but she's pregnant, not by immaculate conception. She's not Mary's cousin. Young altar boys being sodomized by Catholic priests. I'm saying the truth. It's in the news there. I'm not saying something. I'm not bringing a fresh revelation. Young boys being sodomized. The other time in Australia, there was a big information about an Australian cardinal or pope's backbone who just took delight in sodomizing young boys. Go to some of the Roman Catholic schools, the all-girls schools. Nuns taking some of the girls and introducing them to lesbianism. I'm telling you. I know people who went into some Roman Catholic. They said, Charlie, as for Father, this thing, watch him. If Father, ask you to come to his house for tea, don't take tea. Wear iron pants. That's what happens. The kind of scandals that are in the Catholic Church. But guess what? You won't see the Roman Catholics stopping. Do you know, converting them to charismatism is very difficult. They will chase you, the girl, and tell you that, oh, we shall go to your church. Immediately they get married. Your firstborn, Catholic, they give your first child wafer. That's it. That's it. You will never drink the communion wine with them. They will only drink it. You, wafer. What is in? I don't know. But they are loyal to the Pope. They are loyal to the Pope. They are loyal. I have heard charismatic people speak about their pastors, and I wonder, what food are you eating that is different from the food the Roman Catholic people eat? Recently, there was some prophet got up and prophesied against the chief imam. 3-4 days, his church vandalized. When you see those people, got the macho people trucking along his church, and he went and apologized. He went and apologized. How many people have come to charismatic pastor to apologize? Reverend man came to apologize. How many of them? May God kill them all. I know you say amen, because you are intercessors. That's what it is. And it's a joke, please. I'm not to kill anybody. Please leave me alone. My troubles are many. That's it. After 40 years, and it came to pass after 40 years that Absalom said unto the king, I pray thee, let me go and pay my vow, which I have vowed unto the Lord in Hebron. Mind you, anytime you hear Hebron, think of covenant. Hebron is a place of covenant. That is a place where agreements are made. That is where covenant relationships are established. Hebron is the place where Joseph started his journey into destiny. Hebron is a place where kings are anointed. Hebron is a place of covenant. It was Joseph started his journey from Hebron. Covenant. And guess what? Absalom said, I am going to Hebron. And instead of Absalom going to establish covenant with God and his father, he goes there to establish covenant with himself and some base people, simple people, simpletons, ignorant people. So Absalom goes to Hebron to break covenant. Church is a place of covenant. Covenant relationship with God, covenant relationship with the vision of the house, and covenant relationship with the man of God in charge. We don't come to church to break covenant. We come to fortify and solidify covenant. That's what Absalom said. For thy servant vowed a vow while I abode at Geshur in Syria, saying, if the Lord shall bring me again indeed to Jerusalem, then I will serve the Lord. And the king said unto him, go in peace. So he arose and went to Hebron. Me, I will never say go in peace. I will never say that. I will tell the Lord, may his head never go down to Sheol in peace. Lord, trouble him. Lord, worry that person. Yes. Don't be afraid. I've told them to lock the door. But Absalom sent spies throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, as soon as ye hear the sound of a trumpet, then ye shall say, Absalom reigneth in Hebron. And with Absalom went 200 men out of Jerusalem that were called. And they went in their simplicity, and they knew not anything. And verse 12, and Absalom sent for Ahithophel, the Gilonite, that is somebody, David's counselor from his city, even Gilo. Mark this man, Ahithophel, and mark where he's coming from, while he offered sacrifices. And the conspiracy was strong, for the people increased continually with Absalom. See, when disloyalty is coming, it spreads. It spreads. It spreads because there are simple people and ignorant people who join it. Now let us look at the character of the people or the partners of disloyalty. Number one, there were people with issues. Issues. The Bible said they had controversies. So they have issues. They had issues and they themselves were issues. They had controversies and they themselves were controversies. The Bible said they had issues. People with issues. And you know what they are? Disgruntled people. They are not happy. The king didn't come to their funeral service. When their great-great-grandmother's cousins, brothers, uncles, nephew died, the king didn't come to their funeral. Issues. You won't go to home cell. So that when the thing happens, it is your home cell that will first respond to you. Then from there, then comes the main church. Issues. The person you are going to marry, the guy, you know it. When you are going to marry, the pastor told you that this is a dog. Then you said God told you to marry that dog. When you go and then the dog bites you, then you come, what do you want me to do? Of course, I'll sing, who let the dogs out? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I'll sing. Because I know me do it, but you do. You made the choice. People with issues. That is disgruntled people. People who are not happy. And you could go to almost all churches. One time I was told a very big church, not an Orthodox church. The Young People's Guild wrote a letter to their headquarters that there is a woman there that all we the young people we share from one person to the other. But the pastor alone, when he took the meat in his mouth, he doesn't want to let it go. Adam Oya Wele. No, I'm telling you. No, I know it. I'm not creating it. It is true. I'm telling you. If I point to those places, you will shock. Yes. Orthodox church, the young people